Hi friends, it's so great to see you again. For this, I have a great bug craft just for you. We'll be making paper plate bugs. In this, we will be doing a bumblebee paper plate bug, but feel free to take the reins and make whatever kind of bug you want. For example, earlier I made a spider paper plate bug and even a lady paper plate bug. Do whatever you want and get creative. There are a couple supplies that you will need for this, such as a paper plate that is any size or color, construction paper, glue, scissors, markers, tape. I'll be using googly eyes and pipe cleaners, but that's not necessary. Take it however you want to, and I'm so excited to get started. Let's get started making our paper plate bumblebee. So I'm going to start with the hardest part first. Since we are using scissors for this craft, I want to remind you first, safety first. Always make sure a guardian knows what you're doing or if you need help using scissors. We're going to now cut the paper plate out so it's one flat surface. This can be a little difficult, so if you need help, don't be afraid to ask. It doesn't need to be a perfect circle since we're going to cover it with construction paper anyways. We're going to set our scraps off to the side. After we're done with our craft, we want to make sure we always clean up after ourselves. Taking a yellow piece of construction paper and placing our circle paper plate right on top, we're going to trace it so we can make our bee body. Beautiful. There we go. Awesome. Setting our paper plate aside, let's cut out our circle bee body. Taking both our circle and paper plate, we're going to glue it right on top. When using glue, remember that a little goes a long way, so you don't need too much. I'm going to just do a couple circles right here. Beautiful. Placing our circle right on top, I'm going to smooth it out. It doesn't need to be perfect. We can always go back and fix it if we need to. That is our beautiful bee body. Let's set that aside and make our stripes for our bumblebee. You can do however many stripes you want. They can be as big or as little. It's all up to you. I think I'm going to do a couple stripes today. Let's do 3 stripes right now. Perfect. Now, these stripes are a little long, but we'll go ahead and glue them right here, and then we can trim them after. Perfect. They don't need to be straight. However you do it is the 100% right way. There are no rules when it comes to making your paper plate bug. Perfect. Let's glue our last stripe right on. And then we'll go ahead and trim them. Now that we've glued all of our stripes down, let's flip our plate over and trim them so they look like a nice circle. Perfect. And sometimes the stripes may fall off, but go ahead and glue them back on so they're nice and neat. Perfect. Let's make our stinger on our bumblebee and the very end of a bee, which is usually black. So taking a small strip about this big, we're going to cut it in half since we don't want that big piece right there. As we're doing this in any craft, we make sure that we're conserving our supplies and using them wisely. With this stripe though, we're going to have it hang over this end just a little bit. So we can cut it off and make it nice and round, just like that. Oh, I think it fell off. That is okay. We can glue it right back on. Perfect. Awesome. Now let's make our stinger using the scraps we just cut. Now for the stinger, you can trace it, you can just go ahead and cut, and it can be however big or little you want it to. I'm going to make a little bit of a big one. So we'll go ahead and trace it like this. Make a nice triangle, and we'll cut it out. Like so. Let's clean up our scraps a little. Perfect. So flipping our bumblebee body over, we'll glue our stinger right on the back. Make sure it's nice and tight on there. Already, it's so cute. Let's make the head of our bumblebee now. I'll be using this masking tape to make a nice circle head, but use whatever you want to make a nice, neat circle. Beautiful. Okay. Flipping over our bumblebee body once more, we'll glue our head right on the back. There we go. Let's add some wings to him now. Since I don't have any white construction paper, I'll be using some pink, but you can use whatever color you want. Taking the construction paper for the wings, fold it over hot dog style. Then taking a pen or a marker or a pencil, we're going to make two kind of large yet letter U's that will serve as our wings. We're going to close off those U's just like this, and then we'll cut out. Two wings right there, and got our last wing to cut out. Now your bee can have however many wings you want it to. You can give your bee some legs, do whatever you want. Use glitter, just go crazy with it. Let's glue them on the back just like this. But they can be wherever you want, really. I'm gonna go ahead and a little bit of glue here. Make sure it's nice and firm. And a little glue here, and make sure it's nice and on there. Beautiful. Got some cute wings on our bumblebee. Let's give him some eyes. Now, when you give eyes for your paper plate bug, you can use stickers, draw them on, whatever you want. But I have some googly eyes today to make him extra silly. I'm going to make two small dots right here. It's going to look pretty silly. Beautiful. Oh, goodness. He looks crazy. Okay, let's give him some fun antenna. You don't need to add antenna, or you can use paper. I have these fun glittery pipe cleaners. I'll fold it in half and give it a snip. Flipping our bee over one last time, I'm going to tape on the antenna to the back of our bee. To make them even more fun, I'm going to curl the pipe cleaner so he has twisty, twisty antennae. There we go, and that'll sit right there in a moment. Okay, and we'll tape them on. You can use glue. I prefer to use tape for the antenna just because they stay on better. Ooh, and there is our fun paper plate bug bumblebee. Make sure once you're done with your craft, you clean up all of your supplies and put them in the appropriate place. I want to thank you so much for joining me today to make a fun paper plate bug, and I can't wait to see you again.